Well, good morning, everybody. Here we're looking at Numbers 28, 29, and 30. That's what we're reading through today. And it's a lot about festivals. We read a lot about festivals today. Israel had a lot of festivals. They had a lot of special Sabbaths. It wasn't just the Sabbath, but there were special Sabbaths that were added on as well. And they all had a purpose, and the purpose was to remind. It was an aid to help the nation remember, to remember the goodness of God, to remember that He rescued them, to remember that He fed them, that they remember this, they remember that, they remember, and all of it is reminders of the goodness of God, why it is that they love Him, why it is that they serve Him, why it is that they are loyal to Him, why it is that they trust Him. It's this constant, those who go through a war will remember the purposes of the war. It's the generations that follow that will question the purpose of the war, but those who are in the moment understand the purposes for that war. So those who walked through the divided waters, those who lived through the plagues, those who lived through the slavery in Egypt, recognize and celebrate the goodness of God. But it's the generations that were to follow. It was the generations to come that would have to remember. And so these festivals were set up to remember. And it's good to remember, because we will remember that God is good. We will have that overall sense that God is good, but we lose the evidence of it. So when somebody says to us, well, why do you say He's good? I would like to think that we retain these things, that we remember these things, but we don't, we forget. So it's good to keep a journal. It's good to keep a journal of your history of between you and the Lord, and those moments that He showed His goodness to you, those moments that He showed His faithfulness to you, that you can share those stories. That once a week you can go back and read through some of those. You can share them with people, and they act as a reminder of His goodness. And it is good. It is absolutely good to remember that He is good, because in the dark times you want those moments to be able to look back on and say, you know what, I'm going to trust Him in this, because He was good then, He doesn't change, so He's good today. So yeah, so you remember that. You have a blessed and wonderful day, and yeah, let's just keep pressing on.